stream deck.
Quit playing.
And I'm vlogging it too. Gas showed up. What's happening?
Yeah.
I want that to sound too
Yes.
sure about that.
He's so mad.
About to drive a Ferrari F430.
What's happening? The fellas is back.
What up?
We live, baby.
This is Any and Everything Podcast where we know everything about absolutely nothing. I am your host, Moan, alongside all my other hosts, Mark, Ralph, Zoe. What's happening, big dogs?
What it do? What the business is, man. What the business is.
So,
Shit, ready to get into this shit today. Ready
what's
to
up,
get
so?
into shit today.
What's up?
I said I'm just ready to get into this shit today.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
It'll be an interesting one because it's all about opinion pretty much on this one. You know?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I'm
it's
about
gonna
to
be a
find
lot of
out
opinion.
I'm about to find out who about that action. Cause
I'm gonna tell you a couple. I got a couple stories too. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Just saying.
All right, well, I guess before we get into it, though, what we do this week?
I'll start first.
Good.
Shit. I work on Monday on Memorial Day. And then I work the rest of all the other days. All the other days
I was off that day. Just to let you know. I was off.
All of y'all got jobs that care about y'all. My job don't give a shit about me. But either way, I love my job by the way. For those that are watching it. But yeah, that's it, man. No, this weekend, I'll tell you what, I finally started cleaning the garage. I got the backyard together. So making slow moves, you know what I'm saying? Still getting the house together, but everything's rolling the way it should, you know what I'm saying? And that's it for your boy.
All right. Well, who want to go up?
Oh,
all right.
And I got a cold.
We know yours. Go ahead.
I went to the gym. I lifted some weights. I worked, and that's about it. That's all I got for you.
All right, Mark. What you got?
I've been chilling, man. You know what I'm saying? I was cleaning this. This what you see behind me. All of this.
I see you ain't got the braids in today. You know what I'm
saying? I did take that out. I had to.
Yeah, you had the waves popping. I see you die. You know what I'm saying?
But other than that, I've been chilling, man. Been chilling, progressing. Trying to see what's next. Everybody got a chapter, and we got to find out what's ahead in the next chapter.
I know one thing I don't want to be part of the next chapter. Freddy Krueger. That like that shirt. I like that shirt.
It usually ain't a next chapter when Freddy Krueger's involved.
Come up, nigga. It's a wrap.
It's over for you.
That's the end of the chapters right there.
Right, you know what I'm saying?
But that's what I'm saying, man. Everybody got to follow their dreams, man.
You got to follow their dreams, but don't go to sleep.
Don't go to sleep.
Don't go to sleep.
It'll be the last thing you follow, bro. It'll be the last thing you follow.
All right, so
what about you, bro?
What's up, Money Mo?
Man, I don't even remember. I did work this week.
Well, that's cool.
And I think that's it. I got a Zoe story on time.
Hey, you pulled a Zoe on them, guy.
I started watching. Well, I just didn't start that, but I'm on the third episode of Obi-Wan, the latest one, and I started watching P-Valley yesterday. So, but I got to get started on The Boys and and Stranger Things. I haven't started that one yet. I've watched all the other 3 seasons. But I got to get to season 4.
It's pretty good.
It's just a lot of content to watch right now. Yeah. And it came out at the same time.
Real fast.
Shout out
to China.
Yeah, big ups to China.
We on it.
Valley, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's good, man. That first episode good, dog. So we on it.
See what they got.
That conversation the other day.
Is it ever? I'm gonna tell y'all what. I am in love with Mercedes on there.
Oh,
you can't tell me nothing. She can watch it. You can get it.
Yeah.
You'll understand.
You'll understand when you see it, my guy.
You'll understand.
Yeah. So I'm because of me having the baby, I haven't had an opportunity to really get on the game. It's kind of like I gotta pick and choose. It's either watch TV for that time frame or play the game. And me watching TV, I'm able to be in there with the baby. When I'm playing the game, I'm not. So it's kind of, let's just do the TV thing so I don't get slashed in my sleep by the wife.
Right. With the Freddy Krueger glove too, right? Yeah, I got you.
That makes sense.
I mean, she doesn't mind. I just gotta time my stuff right, and I'm not good with that. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah, it's definitely a balance.
And it don't help. Most of these episodes are like movie long episodes. Some of these like an hour long, and I'm like, oh. I gotta watch 8 episodes. That's 8 hours of work. Yeah, I can do that.
Right.
Facts.
Right. All right. Well, let's get into it, fellas. So I forgot who. I think this was this might have been Mark's subject.
Mark.
Yeah. So stand on public love and affection. The right time to take it to the bedroom. Yeah. This is man.
I'm a pre-save. I'm always down to clap cheeks.
I've been in some situations.
You about to go clap some cheeks?
On the outside and inside where
hold on. We talking about cheek clapping. What was going on?
I mean, I don't know. That's what I thought he said. But maybe I misheard.
What I said is that
you did.
I said I'm always down to clap cheeks.
Okay.
If it's in public, then it's in public.
So you'll clap cheeks in public?
I have before.
All right. Let's get started.
Go ahead.
We got.
Go to Marcus going.
We fast forward. But no, I've been in a situation where, and the reason why this topic kind of came up and I was laughing about it, it's because I've been in situations where I was both receiving and on the third party where I was kind of like sitting to the side, like, is it happening over there? Like, and they ain't even hating, but it'd be so uncomfortable sometimes when you kind of know something's going on and it ain't the right place, but you know something's wrong. But it's like, okay. And then I've been in situations where I was like,
I'm the one that's in the bag.
We might have to cut out of this boy early. So I've been in those situations. But I thought it was something we could talk about. Interesting to get everybody else standpoint on.
Sometimes you got to hit the bathroom up.
Sometimes you got
in your house, dog. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to do that.
I mean, hey, I've learned my lesson being out in public. Because I got caught and I had to go to court.
You never get caught. You never supposed to.
Hey, mid-stroke. I'm talking about the police cam light on my butthole. And it's the most accurate situation. Here's the part that pissed me off about when I got caught, right? So the person I was with, they lost her record. And it was like, all right, you scot free, but they were still gonna charge me. And the whole
you
had that boy out, dog. You know
I should have high-fived the police. Like, look, I know y'all caught me, but I was killing it, wasn't I?
Pulling out weapons of mass destruction.
No, but then when I got there, the officer didn't show up, so I got away with it. So I was happy about it.
You was solid.
A big solid.
Pressing matters.
But I tell you what, though, like all the other
where did you get caught at?
At a middle school playground in the middle of the night. Hey, man, it was right there.
Now,
opportunity.
Now, Mo not telling the whole story, right? It was after school hours. The school was clearly closed. It was at nighttime, but. With the whole law and the whole school property, they could have hit this man with everything. Indecent exposure. He could have been on a pedophile list, the whole nine. You know what I'm saying? So it really did work out in his favor that the cop didn't show up.
Good.
And a lot of cops these days, they dickheads, man. They're like, cool, I'm going to throw the whole book at this month. I know he was just trying to get some cheeks, but I might as well go ahead and put him underneath the jail.
But it's different for different areas, right? We was in the D, the D. Just imagine being outside of the D and getting caught. It had to been over.
Facts.
So a lot of those guys, they were cool. I mean, I feel like he wasn't cool because he still tried to book me, but I mean, he was cool for not showing up. He was like, man, I ain't gonna get that fat dude.
Put your hand behind your back. He put my shit back in my pants.
You know,
okay,
but let's go back to the whole public affection, right?
Right.
That was after the public affection, clearly. Don't nobody get in the car and be like, all right, cool, let's go find an alley to smash in. You know what I'm saying? Where you got the whole
I did that too.
I'm about to say, I don't know about that one.
I mean, so wait, y'all got in the car together with the sole purpose of finding an alley to fuck in.
I'll tell you the story. The chick I used to mess with.
Here we go.
And listen, I've done some crazy shit. Okay? I have done some crazy, but never once have I was like, all right, let's spice it up a little bit. Let's leave and go outside to an alley or middle school to go clap some cheeks.
I mean, I'm pretty sure the middle school was
middle school.
Random. It just that's where it was.
That was random.
Time.
Now, see, though, if you out with your lady or the person you're kicking it with, right? And you was like, yo, I'm ready to get in. A perfect example, right? Y'all already done did the whole holding hands, kissing in public. Y'all are real tight together.
Maybe
y'all had a great night.
Because we just jump right into
exactly. We jumped right into getting the kicks. Which don't get me wrong, you know, I'm quick to.
You said clap cheeks, and
right.
That's what you say. Don't get me wrong.
Patty cake bakers, man. You did.
You're right. Don't get me wrong. I'm always ready to clap some cheeks. Cheeks clapping is great. What I'm saying though is that
clippity clapping at the cheeks.
At what point to the clapping of the cheeks
clap,
is too much, right? You out and y'all holding hands. She accidentally, brush your meat. Now you ready to go. At least that's how I am. It don't take much for me. It don't take much for me. It's been a couple times I've been out with the wife, we holding hands, and a strong gust of wind go across, and I feel it go through my pants. I'm like, oh, is that what you're saying? You want some? She's like, I understand. She's like, I understand what just happened. Like, I didn't even say anything. Oh, I thought that breeze might have came from you. I thought it was just a telltale sign. That's what
I can imagine you being by yourself walking up the street and the breeze hit you and you got on sweatpants and the sweatpants is standing up like
someone's giving me a sign to have sex.
It's a wrap.
You got a sign?
It's a wrap. Imagine, listen, I'm trying to tell you. Imagine walking with an umbrella in front of you, directly in front of you. That's what this turns into.
Hey,
okay?
I'm not even mad at you, dog. I'm close to the same, bro. Like,
it don't
take much.
It don't take much.
I thought it'd get better as we got older, but this shit, like,
I swear to God, this shit is worse, bro.
I be sitting there like, bro, why I think I be in the gym all the time, dog? Because I gotta get this energy out somehow, dog. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, I really don't understand, dog. Like, I really thought. I really like.
You really thought it was going to die down as older we got?
I'm so disappointed in myself. I feel like I'm not supposed to always be ready to go like that. You know what I'm saying?
That's how it normally works. If you're around the right significant person, you're always going to be, and they got to understand this. You're always going to be rock. Like, I don't know what it is. I could be in mid argument and be like,
hit that Rita Repulsa.
My monster.
Yeah, like, you motherfucker. But then a part of me be like, why am I,
why am I this way?
Yeah, why am I like that? I don't know.
It don't take much. It goes from, hey baby, like, can you scratch my back? Scratch my back turns into straight porn.
Well,
I'll tell you that right now.
I mean, let's be honest though. When your lady asks you for a back rub, we know our plan. Even if it ain't our plan, it's
when you back there. Yeah, when you back there, you just like.
So you back
and
there.
I never figure out how the head rub turns. I don't see how the distance where vagina and head is, and you rub in the head, and for some odd reason it gets to vagina.
because the head has a warm hole.
All right, let's try to take this back to like a regular situation.
My bad.
I'm just saying.
Hey Alex, what up though? How you doing, homie?
Oh my God, baby, I didn't say that.
You surely did.
Anyway, so there's been a couple times, right, where I've seen people who publicly show their affection.
Right.
And I remember one situation where I was in the Star Theater back when we used to all go there at the time. and the movie was over with, and these two girls was laying on top of each other, getting it in, and they didn't know the lights was on and people was getting up and walking. Right. And then you should have seen how embarrassed they were when they, when they got up, they looking around, everybody looking at them, and they like, oh, but the other girl didn't care. She was like, you know what I'm saying?
Right,
but I just feel like if you're gonna do that out in the open, then why does it even matter? You with the person you're supposed to be with. Now, granted, there's kids around, I feel bad, that scenario.
Listen,
but I mean, sometimes at the heat of the moment, you won't be thinking.
That's you hit that family bathroom up real quick and boom.
All right. You don't want no kid to come in there. Hey, daddy, his is bigger than yours. And it's like, oh, no, son, get away from over there. And it'd be weird because you're doing stuff. And it's
what type of scenario is that, bro?
I don't know. You just throw scenarios out there and then I'll let y'all come up with the scenario.
You was like, nah, you know what?
Because when you say something, it's going to go this way. It never goes in the same direction. Linda, what's happening? So she said better self-control.
Better self-control. I'm trying to self-control into some situations.
I mean, you gotta understand. A lot of times this public affection comes out is due to the self-control being uncontrollable. Like you're with your spouse. A lot of times,
hey, Amber.
And this, whatever, Amber, shut up. Sometimes you go out there and y'all get dolled up. You get out there, you get in a suit, you get all dolled up, you get dressed up or whatever. And the mood might not be right, but the control is out of control. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot easier to say control it, but at the same token.
Ashley,
God.
What's happening?
Get out of here. Go, leave. Didn't I tell you that yesterday? You ain't got nothing nice to say. Go on somewhere.
But that's where it comes from. Like,
she said shameful one time. It was like, you ain't got nothing nice to say. Scram.
All right. So I got a question for y'all though. Okay. So right now, I don't know if this is gonna ruffle some feathers, but do your ladies right now do the whole public affection thing?
Nope.
Why you gotta say something angry?
Bye, Amber. I see you later.
What about you, Zoe? You ain't escaping this one either.
I'm escaping anything I want to escape.
Zoe,
I'm not the biggest.
I'm
not the biggest person on. I'm the one that's not big on public affection. I've been always very reserved about feelings. I've always been one to be worried about what everybody else around me is doing for the most part, and if they're paying attention to me. So I've been the one that's more self-conscious, I guess you could say, in all my relationships I've ever been in. It has been times when I do get comfortable, and like for example, I'm a sucker for my girl in the dress. Like, you know what I'm saying? Any chick I ever dated, that's always been my kryptonite. A dress, you know what I'm saying? Something real nice. They looking good in a dress.
Yeah, loose booties do something to you.
You know, something to you when it's just jiggling. But anyway, so
oh Lord,
it gets to the point where I kind of throw that out the window. The majority of the time, though, I am the one in a relationship that is more reserved when it comes to public affection.
Okay.
So I'm the one that's you got the Cardi's on.
All right, let's go ahead and get him going. He wanted to show his glasses, so let's go ahead.
He on real nigga mode right now.
He had to quickly get yayed up.
Mine's in the room. I will get yayed up with him.
Hey, please don't break up that other situation with about the yays.
Yeah, we ain't gonna go there. Public
real
affection
nigga all day. All right, my bad.
Every day.
By myself. By myself.
Oh my God.
All right. I'm going quiet.
I'm not the reserved type, man. I like holding hands, hugging my lady from the back, and once I get back there, you're gonna get some breastless meat. That's all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have to slide that thing. I'm gonna slide that thing like a credit card. You know what I'm saying? Right up.
Hey, sometimes you just gotta check out right in the middle of where you at.
That's what I'm saying, dog. I'm trying to
no items, just give away free money.
The problem is when I swipe that card, I'm waiting for it to say approve or accepted. And that don't always happen.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, right.
Dog,
sometimes you in the middle, mid swipe, and I'm just Access denied.
Like, nigga, I just got paid.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
All right. I get that and that swift shoulder. What are you doing right now? You know what I'm trying to do.
Exactly. In front of all of them.
What's good? But instead, I get hit with the shoulder lean. Because she ain't about that action like I'm about that action. And you gotta learn your significant other, right? Because some people they all about it. Some people like, love on me, hug on me, kiss on me, the whole nine. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but how long do it last though? It's never consistent, bro.
Actuals. That's the other problem.
But it's not a bad. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. But usually when you have situations like that, they have this period where it's sometimes long lived and it's short lived. We still go through that now. It's like you get them periods where you don't even think she's serious. You're like, what? You want to what? I don't know what to do. I feel like I'm inexperienced.
Bro, it's been situations where I felt very out of place and inexperienced because of that minute second, right? And once again, now that I, out of high school, now that I'm older, this shit ain't slowing down.
No.
But when it's kind of forced to slow down because you don't want to just like, you can give me some butt.
I think the only one in here in shape to go around is Zoe.
Give it to me now.
Zoe the only one still working out. See, I'm working out on hamburgers and stuff, so I'm breathing hard.
You want to know why I work out so much? Because I like these arms and the fact that I don't fuck. That's it right there. I need some sex. But regardless of that, for real, it gets to the point where
better get used to hand hockey.
Shut up, bro. Bro, look at that. You see that right arm? No, right here.
You better use the hand hockey. You better take some candles. You better put them around the bathroom. Right, anyway. You better take that laptop in there with you.
But like you were saying, Ralph, though, it does
rip that boy off.
Go
ahead, dog.
Oh, that's why you're working out so you can snatch that boy. So it's detachable.
No, but like dead ass,
victory,
like dead ass. though, like for real, like it's one thing when it's consistent, right?
My bad.
You know what I'm saying? When you out there and you constantly out here getting shit together and you trying to get it in, and then you get access denied, then you change the way you show your public affection, right? Because
that's true.
And it's not just on like to her, it's also for you. Because if you keep displaying that public affection, thinking that the outcome is going to be some cakes, and you're not getting cakes, you're like, I need to stop with the public affection because I ain't doing nothing but pissing myself off. Because we out here in public, I'm at half staff. You know what I'm saying? I'm on medium, and
bro, we had this conversation.
Well, you gotta look at it this way too. When you get to the point though where it stops, sometimes I think it becomes an issue because now it's not a competition, but it's like, when is this going to start again? When is, because every time I feel like I'm doing something to stop, or if the other person do something, it's always I feel like I gotta stop. So it's kind of like you have the little confusement going on where it's like some time to went by. I don't know if this is those situations, it says been a minute, but some time went by because you got tired of a certain denial at times.
And I could fall where you're going at that. A lot of times mine's always been backwards. Like just meeting somebody, just actually meeting somebody. You get these signs, hey, I don't like this stuff in public, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, okay, cool. I won't do it no more. My biggest issue is I don't know how to turn it back on. Like once I turn it off, it's kind of like, I'm not going to do that no more. I don't, woo, woo, woo. And then once we get to a further process in our relationship, and then she started doing things to me in public, I'm like, whoa,
that's what we were talking about.
I don't know how to turn it back on. I don't know. That's like a big issue with me. Like once I'm
if you don't turn it back on, it becomes an issue.
That's my whole point. I don't know how to. Like I don't know how to do.
See, the thing when we get denied so many different times, like this goes to anything in any situation. You kind of turn it off of your brain.
Yeah,
so you get to the point where you see your girl ass jiggling when she walk past you, but at the same time, it's like every time I go, say woo or something like that, or pop it a little bit or whatever, it's get off of me, something like that. It gets to the point where you just like, why? Why you gonna do it? It doesn't give you the same excitement. It gives you the same adrenaline rush to do that shit. Because let's be honest. When we outside and we have public displays of affection, PDA, it keeps your adrenaline running. Not even so much about the horny aspect, and even the growing of your damn genitals. It's the fact that, like, woof, you know what I'm saying? Your heart rate increase. You see your girl and you grabbing on her and shit like that, even touching on her. You ain't even got to sit here and grab her inappropriate. You can just sit here and grab her by the waist. That shit right there, when it's denied to a certain point, to a certain extent, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Well, okay, so let me respond to a couple of these. So my boo said, what level of public affection are you talking about?
Everything.
So everything. Okay. And Mel says, sounds like games to me within relationship. Depending on what game, because some games are good. You know, when you're playing those type of games with each other.
Go back. Go to this one. This was important. Read that, because not everybody feels the same way, Alex. Okay, and I feel you. You say it's disrespectful if you walk past and somebody and moan don't smack your cheeks. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on, Zoe had a sniff of cocaine. You gotta give him a second.
Hey, wait.
Oh, y'all heard
listen.
I heard that shit.
The crazy part is I'm sitting here. I'm like, oh shit, what's wrong with my microphone? I don't know if y'all saw me. I'm like, oh, what is that?
Go back to being quiet.
But everybody. I mean, I feel you on that, Alex. You know, I kind of feel the same way. You know, I feel like, you know, if your significant other can't keep his hands off of you, it's a sign of how much they adore you and want you. You know, and all the other things. However, that's cool in the house, but sometimes it's not cool outdoors, right? And that's, to me, that's the public affection part, right? I'm fine with doing all of those things outside. However, I don't think my significant other is.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? And it hadn't always been that way. And I get that older we get, some of those things kind of falter and fall off, right? It's
why do they have to?
Life. They don't have to.
They don't have
That's
to.
the thing. But at the same time, you want to still respect your significant other, right? If they just don't want to do it no more, they don't do it no more. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
my wife had a major change of events in her life and her body. She had a whole fucking kid from when we first started. When we first started, bro, let me tell you something. Robin be on me like stink on shit. You hear me? I'm talking about we be all over each other. Like 2 years after having Jazz, she was like,
Yeah, that baby stuff changed, bro. Yeah, that baby stuff changed.
You know what I'm saying? And I hear y'all talking about, you know, you just kind of turn it off. I don't never turn it off. I'm just like a game, dog. I put that shit on pause. Because whenever you're ready to hit play, I'm ready to get it fuck in.
I wish I had that. I wish I had that in my system, bro. It's something weird. Like I said, it's always been backwards for me. Like my public affection game would be like up here when I meet them, but they would be like here. So I bring it here, and then as time progresses, they'll get here.
And next thing you know, they all love each other.
Yeah, and I'll be looking like, you know, when we first started, you didn't even care for none of this shit, and I'll be feeling bad because I'm like, damn. What? How do I get back to it? And I feel so uncomfortable.
Yeah, I agree with them on that one. Definitely not a case.
Well, sometimes I'm not saying this is for all of us, but I know that a lot of times women really wants us to understand them. I mean, we can all agree on that, right? Let's just be honest. They want us to understand them.
What do we understand?
No? And but sometimes we feel like, you know, yeah, you want me to understand you, but can you also understand me sometimes? Like you want me to understand that?
Nope.
You don't want to do that?
I don't want them to try to understand me because that's cheating. Okay, because you can never ever understand a woman. Okay.
Oh, I know that. You never
let a female say. Don't ever let a female say, "Well, you know what? He understands everything about me." That's a setup. You're dead. You're dead tomorrow. You're dead tomorrow.
That's a whole lie.
That means you figured out the Holy Grail, and they're scared that the word may get out, so you got to die immediately. You know what I'm saying? I want us to have an understanding, but I don't want to understand everything about a woman because it's impossible, bro. This is just real talk. It's impossible to understand everything about anybody. right? Because as you grow, you learn together, you grow together, new things happen. So something new may happen, may change the way you feel about whatever you felt about a couple years ago. So you can't say you'll always understand somebody. That's just a fucking setup. The first fucking female that says, you know what, he 110% understand. Nope, fuck that. I don't understand you. I'm gonna be just like that Freddy Krueger shirt. Follow my dreams to death. It's a wrap. It's gonna be over for your boy. You hear me? It will
There
be
you go.
over
Go ahead
for
and show
your
the shirt
boy.
off, dog. Follow
see
your
that?
dreams.
But you know something Mel said. Mel said a good point, and I get that. I understand that. I get it. You know, she's saying, you know, a lot of times when you are just starting off with people, you don't want to give off that impression that you just want to smash. I get it completely. But
affection don't mean you just trying to fuck though.
But okay, boom. Now that's where I always be at. Like, you know, sometimes my affection would be like, you know, just holding a hand, putting my arm around them, things like that. It don't be like complete, you know, full on finger banging or no shit like that. It just be like me, like kissing the neck, stuff like that. And they might be like, oh, stop.
What about
once that happens,
kiss him?
I'm at the point where I'm like, okay, well, she don't want
like
that to happen,
crazy.
and I don't know how to go back. Adjusting that. I don't know why it's like that.
I see what you mean, bro. Like, you know, if she give you the hold up, chill off on that for a second, you take it as always.
Yeah,
she don't like it at all.
I don't know why I do that. I don't know.
It's like
why
a build-up. It's like a build-up. Yeah, it happens multiple times.
Yeah, I was just about to say it has to happen multiple times for you to feel that way.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
but what he's saying though is that it takes one, right?
Oh, wow.
Am I saying that right?
And the way it takes like 1 or 2 times. Like sometimes, like if we first date happens, no. Okay, second date happens, okay, cool. Third date, I'm like kind of like these, like, you okay, babe? Okay, I'm okay too. And then no, wait. And then it'll flip where it's like, oh, well, when we out, you don't touch me. And I'd be looking like, when we first started.
You ain't want me fucking touching you.
Yeah,
the fuck do you want from me?
Maybe it's who I'm picking. Maybe who's who I'm dealing with. I don't know. But
it's
in my
part
head,
of that understanding,
I
sir.
register it differently. I register it more on the respect level where I'm like, well, if she don't want that, I won't provide that because it's something she doesn't want. Other than like, you know, oh fuck it, I just won't do it ever again. It's really just a respect level thing in my head that clicks on where I don't know how to cut it back on. And I've been dealing with that for a while.
On my knob, like on.
Hey, listen.
So at least you know it's a problem that you know it yourself. At least you can admit that as a man. You know, a lot of people ain't got that kind of heart. You know, so all right. Well, before we get more into this, right? We got to do what we normally do. All right. So love and affection.
Boy out.
Okay.
That's
love.
Pull it out.
Love encompasses a range of strong and positive emotional and mental states, from the most sublime virtue or good habit, the deepest interpersonal affection, to the simplest pleasure. Okay, so that's love. Affection or fondness is a disposition or state of mind or body that is often associated with a feeling or type of love. It has given rise to a number of branches of philosophy, psychology concerning emotion, disease, influence, and state of being. Okay, so now we got that out of the way. And then Ralph has something here. All right, that's all you, big dog.
All right. Fuck all this shit up here at the top, right?
Okay.
Let's not worry about that shit. Right? We're talking about public displays of affection. I like the whole statement down here. It says, look at those two douchebags. Their tacky public display of affection. Playing tonsil hockey over there like a couple of ferrets in heat. Go get a room. See, that's the level of affection I'm on any fucking way. All right? I want somebody like these motherfuckers over here. They are slobbing each other the fuck.
And it's not being a hater because, like I said, I've been on the third party of that where I was looking like they are really getting it in over here. And I could see it. I see what's happening. It's a full-on porn site right here. And I've been on the receiving end of this where I'm like, you know, if I get it wrong because it gets ready.
Yeah, but well. At what level? And I guess that's my question. Oh shit! Hey Zoe, did you mean to mute yourself?
Did I mute myself?
No, you can hear.
I am mute. You right there.
Oh, I looked at his. I had to look like that. I had that right next to his name.
It said the host has unmuted. The host has muted. So you were doing it.
I wasn't doing it.
Man.
I unmuted you yet. Anyway, either way, trying to figure out at what point is too much though, right? So say we slobbing each other down, we kissing each other in the mouth and shit. You know, that clearly bothers what half the people out there.
Whoa! Oh, sorry.
What the hell was
my
that?
bad, Doc.
Are you playing the game again?
No,
now?
I'm not playing the game.
I'm Doc. Where he at now?
This nigga is playing the game.
I'm not playing the game.
Listen to me. Get back on the topic. What I'm saying is, I think it's time to take it home when anything underneath here is pulled out. Anything that the camera is not showing right now is pulled out. I think that's when it's time to get the fuck out of there, bro.
Well, I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, I'm not trying to whip my meat out in public either. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, hey, man, you know me. Show what you know, okay?
But I've been out in public, right, where my significant other, we in the store, and she reached in my pants and grabbed this boy and was like, "Hey, when we get home, it's going down."
It's a good scene of public,
that was some public readiness, is what that was. That was preparing. The problem behind that is that we was in a CVS, and a cop saw her do that, right? And then, as we were leaving, he stopped me and asked me, "What did we steal?"
What?
Like, he saw the whole thing. He was like, "What did you steal?" And I'm like, "I didn't steal anything." He was like, "Come on, man. I saw what she did." I was like, "Oh, listen, you don't want to look at my pants, but I promise you on everything, it's nothing I stole." I said, "But I'm about to go home and act out, what she just asked me to do when we got to the house." He started laughing. He was like, "Man, just go home, man." I was like, "Oh, I plan to not pass go or collect $200.
Should have told him it's hard to steal something that's attached to you.
Yeah, what you should have did was you should have told the officer and said, "She just stole this meat." And just
I'm not gonna lie, a part of me wanted like, "Hey, you want to check my pants at your funeral?" You know what I'm saying?
You
should have just told him, like, my wife, she twisted her ankle in the store. She needed a cane to hold on to.
That's right.
Oh, this is pre-marriage. This is before North Carolina. This is a while ago. But what I'm saying though, I've never been scared to do anything like that in public, right? So, as a matter of fact, fast forward, I've done it outside here, on the side of a car, with someone that I'm married to, of course. But you know what I'm saying, at her old job.
You want to know something?
Locked keys in her job, and we were waiting on somebody to get there. Motherfucker said he's like 30 minutes out. I was like, "We got time for a swift one." What's good?
Hey man, I ain't gonna hold you up. It's always I'm gonna just admit that when you have a short window, though, we can make it happen.
Well,
I tell you right now.
You know something? Not even to cut y'all off, but I think it's the fear of almost being caught.
Thank you. To get you ready.
Yes.
And like I said, please understand, affection and what I'm about to talk about now are completely different. Affection is holding hands and kissing and stuff like that. What I'm talking about now is full-blown sex.
Shine, what's happening?
I think it turns you on the most because it's
what up, though, Shine? What's popping up?
Almost being caught doing something that you want to do in a way. So I do want to clarify that. You know what I'm saying? But what pushes you to be uncontrollable in those moments is the fear of being caught with your significant other, to have this intimate moment of blissful sex, just full of
why did you say sex like that?
I don't know. I
didn't want to use the F word. I didn't want to use the F word.
Why not? Cool. Sound more appropriate.
Hey, we raw here. We raw here in these streets. I don't know if you're talking about that.
Just saying.
Now,
but it's the fear of being caught, which actually makes it uncontrollable.
Appreciate it, dog.
Now, I do feel.
Thank you, brother.
I do feel on the opposite side, right? Let's talk about the opposite side where it is too much, right? Which I think it only becomes too much because it's not you that's getting it in.
Nah, not true. My ex, I had an ex, man. Listen, I had an ex and she did way too much. Way too much. Grabbed my crap. Like literally, I had on sweatpants one time, pulled that boy right on out. It was way too much. It was way too much. And I wasn't used to affection on that level. And when I say that, okay, kissing is something cool, hand on your butt, cool, I'm gonna do that, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. Like I said, I'm not the biggest PDA person, but I'm not opposed to it. But man, when I say that she was way too much for me, like I was like, bro, we in the middle of a crowd. It's 34 people around here. Why are you sitting here grabbing on my crap? You know what I'm saying? Why you
where she at?
Bruh. Like, if it didn't
time
care
to
who
get
the
it
fuck
in.
saw, bruh.
I ain't gonna
Because
hold
it's
you. Where
time
she
to
at
get it
now?
in.
Where she at now, though?
And it's funny. I love that we're going in this direction because
Wait. You see this? You see this? That's why. And that's listen. And that's a big ass fact because I tell you what,
be stupid when I
almost
post that picture.
every ex. You didn't back up. You didn't know that?
No, I really didn't. I be wearing sweatpants and I be trying to figure out why people are looking
You
at
didn't know that? Bro, it's like listen,
you just gotta.
Our sweatpants to them is like lingerie.
I tell you what, sweatpants.
At one point in
blessing.
time, I had motherfucking I had sweatpants in every fucking color. I mean,
you had a collection.
I had a collection, and I had
a display of bulge pants. That
listen, it was plenty of times I went out with the loosest boxers I could find,
my girl,
and found a reason to jump.
I put on my life. My girl was like, "Are you wearing those to work?" And I was like, "Yeah, they sweatpants." And I didn't
know the F you not.
I didn't get it. I went to work and them motherfuckers, and I was just like, "Bum, bum. Hey, how y'all doing? Hey, people." And they was, and I.
Every time Mark said "hey" or waved his hand, that boy was swinging.
I noticed the difference in the attention I was getting, but I didn't notice
it's something
that bad.
Like I said,
I tell you what, man.
Gym on a regular, man, every time.
Hey, let's back up here. Zoe doing that shit on purpose.
Exactly. I'm about to tell my story, dog, because I was on Instagram. You were showing your bench press. Zoe purposely put the camera where his penis was. So when he laid down,
bro, what the fuck you mean? I'm recording myself. I don't have a tripod. It doesn't.
So when he lay down on his back, that's all you see, dog. You just see the bar going like this, dog. So my ass was burning while I was trying to watch it work out.
Hey, listen, no. Like dead ass, no. Mona.
Next episode, I'm wearing sweatpants.
Next episode,
some dead ass shit. Mona not lying, dog.
He do that every time, dog. I'm sitting there like, oh, okay, he's doing his trainer promotional thing, and he been promoting his meat.
That motherfucker be taking his camera, was like, all right, I'm gonna put it down here. lay down on this bench. And this the phone. All you see is the bar right here. It's like,
and then he wondered.
Listen, let me tell you, dog. And you know, I'm a big advocate of supporting my people. You know what I'm saying? Especially all my people when they got shit going on. It's real hard for me to like tap a like on his page when I know what he's doing. He putting his meat out there.
Or send that to people like, hey, hey,
the man be putting his meat out there. He was like, yo, watch me work out, getting these gains with my wood.
No, please tell me you ain't doing this shit on purpose, though. Please tell me you ain't doing this shit on purpose.
Yes, nigga.
Don't make me go on Instagram, dog, and shit. I don't want to see it again.
Go on Instagram, dog.
Why? Because you're proud of yourself?
Nigga, no. You want to show the world?
I ain't showing nobody. If you proud of your meat, you proud of your meat. Hey, look, I'm not knocking that. All I'm saying is I don't need to see it.
Nigga, that's no meat.
Hey, we can't even see it. We can't even see it.
Even your camera said you lying. At least see.
There you go. See, boom. My last couple pictures ain't no meat, dog.
Hey, I tell you what though. Back on the sweatpants though.
Yeah,
sweatpants is a blessing, and I'm gonna tell you why they're a blessing. Dog. Back in our strip club days, I used to purposely wear the sweatpants without drawers.
Listen, it's a whole life hack, dog. I'm trying to tell you.
If you want to feel something without doing something, that's what you wear.
Bro, let me tell you something. Tell you something else too, though. You go to strip club with sweatpants on, they attracted to you. they come to you because they trying to feel something too. All I'm saying, somebody's hat. I don't do it no more. But back in Detroit at All Stars,
right.
I used to beat up with the matching color sweatpants.
I would look at Ralph and we would have a whole conversation looking at each other and start laughing because we knew while we were there.
Hey, see? Life hat. Anyway, back to this public affection and you know,
in the gray sweatpants behind it.
And, listen. Okay. Well, see, I tell you what, that is a public affection stopper, though. Hear what I'm saying? I'm gonna say it again for you.
I did go to work dressed like a whore. I guess that was true, Amber.
It's facts. Moan is. Listen, trying to tell you, between me and Moan, dog, we ain't never gonna change. We ain't never gonna grow up.
I'll be doing this at 70 years old. Come up with some sort of life hack.
I'm be talking about slinging meat until the day I die. I promise you. I promise you. You will get the same me for the rest of your lives.
Hey, I might tell the folks in my casket, just go and give me Viagra so that boy can sit up while I'm laying there.
Right. I'm just saying, dog.
I'm gonna leave out with a joke. Look, I'm gonna leave out with a joke.
I don't know where they going.
Listen. I'm gonna have the top part of my head. I'm gonna have the top part of my head covered, but the bottom half is gonna be open. That's how I'm gonna go out.
All the meat,
I want with
it got me crying, dude.
I want when they try to close the door. Dude, you gotta slap it.
All the ball players are gonna try to figure out who's gonna touch that to push it in to go again.
Somebody gotta put that thing down. Somebody gotta put that thing down.
That was your boy. That wasn't my boy. They ain't my boy like that. That was your boy. I ain't touching it. Hey man, he dead.
The casket open. Somebody gonna put flowers around the head.
I'm trying.
On the ground.
Gonna be in the casket with his ankles folded at the nigga ankles gonna be folded at the ankles,
No, I'm talking about full fledged extends. You know how most people they get buried, they got their hands like this. No, I want my hands to be just like this. I want to be just like this. I'm trying to tell you,
why did we get here?
It's them.
Just a minute.
What do you expect? What do you
This
expect?
is nothing important, bro.
What do you expect?
Just imagine. We just told you we gonna be this way until we 70 years old.
We're talking about public affection, bro.
Yeah,
no, we're not. We talking about
love
our
of the meat.
penis.
That's what we're talking about. Love of the meat. That's what.
Listen. That is called a public erection. Okay, they go hand in hand. Is what I'm saying. Okay.
Y'all just mad because
we talking about your death in the casket and the boner. I don't know how we got there.
I don't know what we doing here, but I don't like it.
Because this is how we got there, and we're not gonna go back to it. What I was saying is Sweatpants is a public affection stopper, right? And the reason why I say this shit is because when you in public and you trying to show a lot of public affection, right? But you don't want everybody to see your meat, you can't do that shit in sweatpants. Because it's gonna be real obvious that you done hugged up on something or somebody done did something to you. Because when you walking around, you get that serpent on like a belt. I'm just saying. They're gonna be like, nah, see, this is not the move.
And one thing I have to cover, Mel, I promise to God, I am like completely just learning stuff right now. Like I'm gonna be out there in my sweatpants chilling. I didn't think of like, oh, they can see your ding dong. Like I wasn't thinking of that shit. I'm just in my sweatpants.
They be looking.
Jesus Christ. Well,
A
lot of people that see my dick.
They talking about us, but Mel the one that be checking them out in pants and jeans.
Yeah, Mel, you be looking at penis.
hey, Mel got dick vision, okay? She clearly got penis vision, dog. That's what she's like, we can see it in jeans too.
She got a special power. I can see your dick.
I'm not going. She be going places like, oh, I like those jeans you got on there, sir.
I'm gonna go see Mel. I'm gonna go see Mel in sweatpants, and I'm gonna just have a phone on my chest, just recording her emotions. Like, what are you looking at, man? What are you looking at, Mel?
No, what you got to do, though, you got to walk in. You got to walk in doing jumping jacks.
No, I'm not doing that.
Hey, wait, never mind. Just never mind.
You got to walk in doing jumping jacks, okay?
I didn't
Or
know
the
I was being a
helicopter.
whore. I didn't know I was being a whore.
Hey.
Well, I mean, hey, back then we was all proud to be a whore. It's just,
Lord.
Yeah, I'm trying to tell you, dog. People was watching Pokemon, but I was trying to play Pokemon, trying to catch a ball. I'm trying to throw these balls to your.
That's a better one. You say.
So anyway, with the whole public love and affection, I'm down for it. It's just that if the kid's around, then yeah, I shouldn't be doing that. Or there's some folks that you got to respect. Now you should be able to kiss your loved one whenever, however, in public. But if you want to go a little further, like grab a boob or grab a butt, you still should be able to do that. But you just gotta watch what you're doing.
You gotta be discreet, man.
Yeah, discreet is a good way of putting it. Discreet is a great
Let
way.
me tell you, man. In the wintertime, it's the easiest way to be discreet, right? Because you can take your jacket off. You say, yo, you cold. And as you wrap it around her, you wrap your hand around the titty at the same time. And when you go, to remove your hand from the jacket, and she turns around and look at you, you give it a look like.
And this is why we get rejected a lot because that's the first thing we think about.
Ralph had probably one of the most rapist faces. One of the most rapist faces I've seen this whole year.
Oh man! Oh, see, look.
All I'm saying though, dog, is when you do it, you know she's gonna turn around and look at you, dog. She's gonna look at you like, the fuck is wrong with you? And turn around. Oh yeah. You felt his hand. You know what time it is.
Oh my god! Until she tell you it's Shark Week, then you mad.
Oh Jesus! I can't believe what I'm learning.
No, when you get that news, right, and you are ready to go, you have no clue. She turned around, you're like, yeah, you know what time it is. Not this week. Immediately you're like, the fuck? The fuck you mean?
You be ready to blow her chest smooth out. You ready to fight.
You're asking stupid ass questions like, well, how much longer are you gonna be on it?
Mark get that, Joe. Mark get that.
Oh man, wait, please stop. Please stop. We gotta get back. Just get on these comments, dog.
Mark picked this topic, right? And then he wondered why it went bad.
I'm sorry, it was one of my playful topics where I thought it was like, hey,
you was playing with it. You was playing with it. He had that boy in his hand when he thought about it. He was like, you know what? Public love and affection. And he looked down at it and said, thank you.
That was a good one.
Level up.
But no, seriously, though, man. Seriously, man. Like I said, at the end of the day, I have been in situations where, where I've seen it happening and I felt uncomfortable doing it. Then I would be in the same situation where I'm doing it and my significant other felt uncomfortable doing it. And then I've been in situations where I was uncomfortable doing it. My significant other was doing it. And it always bothered me. Like, I was like, why am I so? It's like I can never win the coin flip when it comes to this situation. When it comes to this topic alone, I can never really win at this topic. Either I'm uncomfortable seeing it, either someone's uncomfortable with me doing it, or either I'm uncomfortable with them doing it. It's always been that flip of a coin, and I love the input that I got today, though. I really do.
But it like I said, that was all a matter of opinion, right? You said you feel uncomfortable doing it. You've seen some uncomfortability, not being comfortable seeing it. If you're not one of those people that like to do a lot of public affection, and it's nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? It's just not the way you roll.
By Alex. That is
I know I was gonna respond to
Yeah,
that. I was
and
with
that's
you, Rob
one
got
thing.
done talking.
I did want to respond to that. I did. It's funny.
That,
I would see my mom and dad do it in the living room. Like I can't say out in public.
That's why your
But-
mind fucked up.
You know, God rest his soul. My
Everyone's like,
you know,
keep
my
that
dad
shit at the
was
house.
cooking. You know, he'd be cooking in the pot, and my mom be in the kitchen. Oh, and I'm like, oh, and then I make the ugliest face. And you know, but it was never in public. I would never see them do that.
Oh man, my parents all the time.
Parents don't give a damn about
My
kids,
parents
bro.
all the time. They did it all the time. We'd go to back in the day, Blockbuster was a big thing. We used to always do it Friday. After we got out of school, my parents get off, we go to Blockbuster. And this is one example.
Blockbuster video.
Blockbuster. As soon as we got into the movie theater, my father would grab my mama's hand, walk her into the video store, and while she's walking around, pat her on the butt throughout the whole store every time they cross each other. It was actually one of the things I thought was like the cutest shit in the world back in the day, because it just looked like as though they loved each other. You know what I'm saying? On a regular basis. You know, they're still together, of course. They do love each other. But it got to the point where I was like, oh shit, that's dope. You know, so I grew up, I emulated that at first, and I didn't get to this point because we kind of got off topic. But when the same thing that something happened to Marcus, similar to, but mine is a little bit more, I guess, deeper. But I stopped doing that because the person I was with for a majority of the years didn't appreciate it. And when she didn't appreciate it, it turned me off to it. And that's something I got to get over myself. But yeah, it turned me off to it. So I tried it again a couple of times, of course, various times in my life. But it gets to the point where, again, like you said, I'm not the most comfortable with it. But yeah, I saw it when I was a kid. To answer your question, Alex.
Real fast, since we on it. Did she not appreciate it, or did she not want it?
She didn't appreciate it.
Okay. So okay, I get it.
Yeah, I mean, I've walked in on my parents and almost threw up on them in the middle of their butt naked session.
Oh,
so
it's very traumatizing.
Will we consider that plays of infection though?
I don't think no.
That's
was talking about the parents.
That's just
Daddy.
You caught your parents fucking. I mean, listen, it happens. I guess I don't know. I had to worry about that. You know, unfortunately, my parents split when I was really, really young, so I didn't see the public affection. You know what I'm saying? So it's not something I was used to seeing. However, I did watch like porn, so I was like, "Oh shit, they do it outside." Literally, that's where my whole thought came from it, because I saw porn and they were outside fucking, and then really somebody had a really nice fucking house with pool and shit and everything, beating them cakes up, and I'm like, man,
LV, what's happening?
Hey, smack outside. I mean, I can smack out too.
1 second, Ralph. Hey, I gotta give a shout out to LV though. The show is fire. If y'all didn't check it out, Thursday,
yes,
make sure you go back. It's on our channel, man. So I just want to let y'all know that.
Anyway, when he, I'm on that boy next week, dog. Come holler at me. I'll be at work. I don't give a fuck. But
you heard this man. You heard this man doing the thing.
All right, now
I be talking to his whole chat, bro. Like, dog, that's my type of shit too.
Now let's get back into some important shit, like what Mel just said. Here we gotta stop punishing people when they don't respond how we want them to. Talk about it,
man.
Yeah, that's so easy to talk about something. It really is, but then it gets to the point where it falls on deaf ears. But we're not going on that. It is not. Shut up, bro. And so go ahead.
All right, who gonna lead that one? That's what I want to see.
Okay, well, you know, I can agree, man. But I try my best not to punish my wife for something that I thought she should like or agree with.
Good boy.
You know, especially, you know, when it comes to public affection. You know, I get it, man. Sometimes my wife is like, yeah, kiss me, hug me, tell me I'm beautiful, the whole nine in public and everything. And sometimes she's like, all right, chill. You know what I'm saying? But I think that's one of the things that's, not toot my horn, that's amazing about me. I don't take a lot of that shit personal. Like I said, I pause it. I put that shit on the shelf until it's ready to take it back down. You know what I'm saying? You don't like it right now? Cool. That means you may like it later, you may not. You know what I'm saying? Just because I get turned down doesn't mean I'm going to stop trying. And I guess that's my thing. And it didn't always used to be that way. I used to, if I got turned down, like, well, shit, that was it. I tried. It is what it is. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? But now I realize sometimes you gotta try again. And if it gets to the point where you realize you trying becomes a problem, that's when you stop. You know what I'm saying? But I try my best to shelf it because I know everybody is not always in the mood. And you may catch them on 2 bad days at the same in the same week or in the same month, but they've been good in between. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I try my best not to hold that shit kind of personal.
See, I don't mind there are certain times where I get it, and it does get a little exhausting with the turn down. But
It does.
I just don't like it when you get turned down and then it lasts for a long period of time. Like I can handle not today, not today, not today, not today, not today. But then a month go by, 2 months go by, 3 and 4 and 5. It's like, man, then I think, is it me? Like, is it something that I'm doing?
And to tap into what Mel is saying, I don't like to use the term punishing someone for, I don't want to use that term. I want to say that that's a lesson that we learn. And with the lesson that we are being learned, we learn from it. And it's not necessarily a punishment if we learn that, I don't like this particular thing and we decide not to do it. It's just a lesson that we learn. And moving forward, I don't want to say that we're just punishing you because now you want to come back around and say, well, that lesson I taught you 2 months ago is a lesson I actually kind of like. We've been taught something. We've been delegated to do something in a way that you want us to do it in our mind, that we're cut to do it. Unfortunately, like I said, in my case, like I said, I wish I had that Ralph mindset. But in my case, once I'm taught this is something you don't like, I don't know how to get it back. I just literally stop it. I cut it off. And then when it comes back around, I'm lost because I'm like, well, when I first met you and I had those 2 months to learn you, this is one of the things that I learned that you didn't like. And that's what happens. I don't want to use the term punishment because I think punishment is kind of harsh. I don't want to say I punish you because of it, but it's just something we all groom. We're just trying to work around that.
Everybody's different. That's what make everything unique, right? It's the communication of understanding each other is the next level of where it's going all good, and you guys got to understand it with each other. But I don't have a problem with public affection. But dynamics change, especially when you develop a family,
right?
And it's not the same as it used to be in high school. We all miss those days, right? Being out in high school, and but it's a whole nother thing. I think it's one of the points where we were a certain way in high school, then we grew up and developed something as a family, and then sometimes when that high school thing comes back, it felt like it's a new experience all over again because it's been so long. And sometimes both of you guys might just meet in the middle with public affection, and it's just, it makes you love each other all over again at times. So
I love that, Mel, because I like how you said that. I like that you said that. Unintentional cold shoulder comes with it. We don't intentionally try to show the cold shoulder. It just happens.
Oh crap! I'm on camera.
It just happens, unfortunately. For me, on my part, like I said, we got 4 different personalities in here. They're not going to agree with me. You're going to have somebody that's going to say something different. But for me, in my case, my shoulder is not convinced. Like, it's not like I'm doing it on purpose. It's just I've been trained that this is something you don't like. For 2 months, for 2 months in a class, you're going to get an F. If you're in school for 2 days, you're going to get an F. So for 2 months, if you learn to somebody, and it doesn't register to me, if it doesn't register that this is something you like for 2 whole months, I cease to do it. I don't know why. I cease to do it. And I don't mean to give you the cold shoulder. I swear to God, I don't. But it come off uncomfortable when you do something that you told me for 2 months you didn't like. But then the 3rd month is just like, oh, let me see your dick. We're in the movie. And I'm like, no. Okay, but that was, but that's my whole point. I don't mean to do it. I don't mean to do it.
Oh my God, man.
But for 2 months, you told me not to. Oh man, I know.
I don't know. I can agree to disagree with that one because
Sometimes
it's easy. Sometimes
yeah,
it's hard.
that's the point I was going to make.
Yeah.
Depending on who you with. Sometimes it's worth waiting longer than others. Sometimes, everybody's different. That's what makes relationships so unique.
Plus, I also think it's about the amount of interaction you have with somebody too.
There you go.
You with somebody for 2 months, but you've only spent 2 weeks each month with them. You ain't learning much of shit. You technically have spent a month with that person. You know what I'm saying? So you may have met up with them one night and went out on a date another, met up with them again and went out on a date. You only got 2 dates in. You know what I'm saying? Now, if this is somebody you've been kicking with for a minute, and then y'all finally decide, let's take this to the next level, and 2 months in, it's like, yo, that's not how that shit was a week ago. And when the fuck did you start doing this? That's a little bit different. You know what I'm saying? But that's also the dynamic of your situation. Now you may be living together or thinking about moving in together, or like I said, just taking it to the next level. But either way, it's all about the amount of time you spend with someone. And I think that's the same thing with public affection. When you're with someone for the first date, you're not trying to kiss up on them and hug up on them too much. It's your first date. You know what I'm saying? You may be like, hey, you want to hold hands? You may even tap the hand and see if they reach back out. You know what I'm saying? I'm not about to, hey, can I hold your hand? No. I'm going to reach, I may tap your finger and stick my hand out. If you don't send it back, cool. I'm going to put that motherfucker right back in my pocket. And I'll save it for the next time if there is a second date. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not going to take it personal because you didn't want to hold my hand, because that may not be something you into.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, I think it all depends on the interaction with the person that you are trying to share the public affection with, and what they display as, what they want. And it may take a couple dates to figure that shit out. But with that being said, we had 1 hour and 10 minutes. Right? We done hit an hour. We done hit our mark.
So you know what y'all need to do, right? If you're not subscribed.
Well, that happened a hell of a lot better than last time. I like it. I like it. Yeah.
I was reading Zoe. I was reading his ass.
Yeah, I was reading that shit. I was like, okay.
On point,
my guy. On point.
All right, if you guys don't know, make sure you like, subscribe to our page. Helps with the algorithm. It helps us get out there. And if this, when this blows up, we will be truly appreciated. It's just when our time comes. We're waiting to get there. I would love to be able to just quit my job and do this for a living. That'd be cool.
Man, I'm starting to like this more and more every week.
All of us. Yeah.
Can you imagine? Can y'all imagine being able to log into something and hear us act a fucking fool all day long?
Yeah. And this be it though. This be our life. This be our job.
Because I guarantee you, we can make that shit happen for a solid 5 to 8 hours of straight shit talking. I promise you that shit. On a daily basis.
Get us like a little Spotify deal or something,
I'm tell you, bro. I tell you.
I mean, no, because this hour go by so fast, and sometimes we got in such a good groove. We kind of didn't even hit the nitty gritty. To be honest,
we didn't.
True, I think we did. We hit the nitty gritty of my boy. We talked about that for a minute.
I was going to talk about how you can penetrate while in public, but we didn't get to that point yet. You know
hey, I had a couple of stories too.
Yeah, I mean, I got a couple of them, and it does include some sweatpants and a sundress. But either way, you got to be prepared, to sweat a little bit, because in the summertime, sweatpants it makes your balls turn into prune raisins. But anyway,
TMI.
Oh man, so I'm not gonna go like we normally do, but of course, this is our page. We show this just about every week. Our upcoming streams, our previous videos. I do want to touch on this though. We haven't promoted it a lot, but make sure you go grab some merch to help support the channel. I got mine. I actually have mine. Let's see, where is it? Here we go. So this is the shirt I actually got on from our store. Whenever it shows up, here it is. So this is what I got on. It's one of our shirts. We from the D is one of the things we say. So, make sure you guys go and check it out. A lot of people, of course, said they would buy it, but sometimes you got to remember people. So we haven't had the same support that we thought they were going to get with people, but I leave it up to people. But if you guys do, don't worry about it. If you do, don't worry about it. But we truly appreciate it. The more that you guys do grab something, the more we're able to outbranch our podcast and our channel, and that we can pay for promotional material. That's the whole point of it.
They got Afterpay.
Yeah, they got Afterpay, so you don't have to force yourself.
Buy about 4 or 5 of them. Afterpay. Okay.
Yep. So again,
every 2 weeks.
I haven't built their page yet. I got to find some time to do it, but Lavoris and his crew, man, they'll be doing their thing this Thursday at 8:00. So make sure you guys go check them out. The Fellas series is definitely coming up soon. Man. Well, coming up soon. So we're gonna get some fellas in here and we're gonna hang out. We looking forward to doing this in Vegas, though. It's gonna be a ball. It's gonna be a ball. So, but
the Hoochie Daddy,
that, man, I ain't got nothing else.
You should have popped out in the middle of working out. You wear some Hoochie Daddy.
I like to say this for everybody. It's always awesome to kick it with all of you on Sunday at 3:00. It is.
Oh yeah, man! It's always a good time. I look forward to it every
always
week.
A good time.
It's the highlight of my Sundays,
I look forward to this all week, man.
Yeah, it's the highlight of my Sundays.
Another thing, the sports is coming up, right? So a lot of people are not going to really be tuning into our channel watching football and basketball and when all that stuff comes. So we're looking to probably change the date of when we're doing our podcast and let Lavoris and his crew grab the sports on Sundays. So we got to sit down. We got to discuss it further. But, we already know that there's going to be a different type of interest around this time on Sundays. Okay. So, and we will still like to have you guys' attention. Okay, go ahead. So I'm sorry, I mean to cut you off, Doc.
Hey, Alex, I ordered some Hoochie Daddy shorts.
Be good, bro.
I haven't seen that online, dog. Please, man. I hope I don't see y'all now.
No, don't worry about it.
I'm coming in.
I can't even function in them bitches, dog. They're so small.
Look, right here, bro.
This nigga, dog.
Yeah, dog.
Right here,
dog. Don't get excited. Don't do no PDA in them bitches.
Look, it come with a complimentary.
Your shit gonna be like, God, it's just no.
Ralph can get his point out, please.
Okay.
I'm just saying, right here, right? As you get a bone, you can feel the breeze of the wind because the tip is right here, like right underneath this little flap here.
Nope.
All right, go ahead, so.
We out.
We out.